Hi guys, this is Ratchet and we are playing Criminal Case City of Romance. And we are actually going to the last case ever in Criminal Case, and last case in Criminal Case City of Romance, case 17, and it's Malou who gets killed, and we're actually going after him because he was doing something so that president, something against president, if I could call it like that. I don't know how to get it into words, but I know what it is. I didn't forget. Yes, a bit of a whirlwind, but your brother was generous enough to let us use the... I think we know all this. Well, next item on our list is to arrest Samy Malou. Samy was using the lower Af's tech to fabricate a deepfake video of the French president cavorting with sex workers. Yeah, that. We still don't know his motive for making that video, but he'll undergo an extensive interrogation when we catch him. Katerina, I'm afraid you're going to have trouble arresting Samy Malou at this point. Why? Has he fled? No, he was murdered. His body was found in the sculpture room at the Louvre Museum. What? Samy Malou is dead? He was our only lead on a deepfake scandal. Hopefully solving his murder will shed some light on what the hell he's been up to. Let's head to the Louvre. Okay. What, you... Well, now that I see this, I see that it was done with a sharp sword that you get decapitated. And... But judging from his face, he wasn't expecting that to happen. It's like Killer just walked, waited for him to come, and then sliced his head. Another beheaded victim. So who got to you before we could, and why kill you? Katerina, that's Samy Malou, alright. His head and his body. Looks like he was viciously decapitated right here in the museum. Well, Brigadier Bonnet was right. We can't arrest Samy for that deepfake video now. But we can certainly solve his murder and bring his killer to justice. The autopsy will tell us exactly how Samy's head was cut off, but this sword sheet you found seems relevant. It must be one of the museum's artifacts. And probably where the murder weapon came from. Could this sheet have held the sword that was used to chop off Malou's head? There's a stain on it. Let's collect a sample. And this looks like a torn photograph. Let's piece it back together and see if it sheds light on the murder. Well, Katerina, they say the time leading up to our wedding is stressful. I guess it makes sense that part of the stress before my wedding is solving a murder case. Let's get to it. Okay. So, what happened to Samy? Well, it's obvious what happened to him, but is there something else? Well, Katerina, as I suspected when I first saw the body, Samy Malou died from loss of head. We could have told you that. What else did you find out? What else did you find out? The cut is consistent with the sword. I also took a look at the sheet you found. The weapon that goes with it is the historical coronation sword. This sword, nicknamed José, was used to crown many French kings, possibly as far back as the 12th century. It's been on display in the Louvre since the French Revolution. But back to the murder. The wound revealed that the killer's swing was elegant with strong follow-through. They must have training in swordsmanship. Well, Katerina, we'll need some more clues before we can finally fence in our killer. And the word on guard Comes from French, right? Alright, let's restore the photo. Oh, yeah, you with your brother. Knew he was going to come. Katrina, this photo you found told the pieces of Samy and his brother Javad. We met Professor Malou when we investigated the murder of Prince Amadosa's bodyguard. We know there was friction between them. Did one of them tear up this photo after a fight? We need to notify Professor Malou of his brother's death and see what else we can find out. Okay. Alright, let's collect the stain from the sword sheet. Great, Katrina. Now let's get the sample you took from the sword sheet to Enzo for analysis. Yeah. Alright, let's go to Javad. Professor Malou, we're sorry to tell you that your brother was found murdered today. So, Samy's hunger for power finally caught up with him. What do you mean he is hungry for power? These app developers are all the same. They start with a helpful idea, like a platform for social interaction. But as soon as their creation gets significant attention out in the world, they become little power-hungry kings lording over their tiny kingdom. Maybe. Samy was no exception. He put himself on a pedestal and he shunned anyone who thought differently from him. Is that how you and Samy grew apart? Yes, it had already been a long time since I last spoke with him, and tragically now we'll never have the chance to reconcile. I'm sorry, I must be going. That's so sad. I think my experience with Cody disappearing makes me feel strongly about sibling difficulties. Well, the only way we can help Professor Malou now is to solve his brother's murder. You know, when we were at the crime scene, I noticed the terrace of the low cafe just out the window. What if someone at the cafe saw something? Let's go check it out. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna find some potential witnesses. Not again. Just as we thought, this cafe terrace looks right into the sculpture room, which makes it a scenic place to have a coffee, making it the perfect place for the killer to stalk our victim. Speaking of observation, maybe the security camera picked up something helpful. We'll unlock it and check out the footage. And here's a handbag someone left behind. Identifying its owner could give us another suspect. Okay. Alright, let's look through the handbag. A drawing. There's a notebook in this handbag, Katarina, with notes and drawings on it. You're right, the drawing looks like someone dressed as a horse. Well, we know somebody who mentioned horses. And being one. Wait, do you remember when we met Tilde, the performance artist from our investigation of Celestial West's murder? Yeah, I was just thinking about her. Tilde was planning a performance in which she dresses a horse, and this sketch looks like her. If Tilde's handbag was here, then so was she. Let's see if Tilde witnessed anything related to the murder. Okay. Let's unlock the security camera now. I can hear the church in the background. I don't know about you guys. Great, Katarina. Now that you unlocked the security camera, let's... Oh, hey Katarina. What's up? I see you found that camera. What are you doing here, Emil? Yes, it might contain footage relevant to Samy Malus's murder. Well, I can tell you for sure that it contains footage of Samy and of me. What? You're gonna have to explain yourself, Emil. Yeah, what were you doing with Samy? Did you go to interrogate him about what he was doing? Alright, let's go to Tilde first. Tilde, we found your handbag on the terrace at the Low Cafe. Oh, thank you for returning as such, Katarina. We also called you here because Samy Malou, the CEO of Lubber, was murdered in a sculpture room right next to that terrace. Did you see anything while you were there? A scuffle? Anyone suspicious? I didn't notice anything, no, but I was distracted in my own little world. I go to the Louvre for inspiration. Some of the most powerful poses and scenes in my performance art have come from the poses in paintings and famous statues. I was there to sketch in my notebook and daydream. But if I think of anything that might help your investigation later, I'll be sure to let you know. Maybe she did know something, but she's not telling us. Now, Emil, what were you doing at the terrace with Samy? Alright, Emil, let's hear what you gotta say for yourself. What were you doing here with Samy? Okay, Katrina, I queued up the security camera footage at the moment Samy and I crossed paths out here. I'll let the footage speak for itself. Okay, what is it? I thought Lover's addictive heart feature was bad enough. But now we find out that you made a deepfake video none other than our president. What the hell are you up to? I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm shocked to hear such technophobia driven from the Parisian police squad's very own tech expert. What's going to be sad is you, when Sasha Katarina finally gets their hands on you. Okay, Emil, so you had a pretty heated argument with the victim before he was killed. Did I catch you here, looking for the security camera that recorded said argument? That's basically tampering with evidence. Anything else you want to confess? I didn't kill Samy. We only fought because I happened to be here at the cafe and I saw him walk by. And it just came out. I only came looking for a security camera because I knew it was relevant to your case and I didn't know if you'd look out here. I never tried to hide anything from you, Katarina. Honest. Alright. What's this orange liquid? Hello, Katarina. And hello, future wife. Hello, future husband. Say, were you too distracted by our upcoming wedding to examine that sample we brought you from the sword sheet? +2. I examined it thoroughly. In fact, this happened made me think even more about our wedding celebration. A sausage collected from a crisis made you think of our wedding? It's not what you think, Sherry. I only say that because the sausage you collected is pastis, a traditional French liqueur that we'll be serving at our wedding. Oh. Well, the museum curators definitely wouldn't be careless enough to get liquor on the sheath of an antique sword. Exactly. So we know your hero is the one who drinks pasties. Katerina, when we get to the bottom of this case, it's going to be bottoms up for our killer. Yeah. Katerina, when we started this case, I was worried I'd be distracted by thoughts of Enzo and my wedding happening soon. But you're doing well. But finding Samy Malou beheaded in the sculpture room at the Louvre was just the thing to shake me out of my reverie. We've been hunting Samy down to interrogate him about the deepfake video he made of the President of France. But our killer, whoever they are, got to him first. With all the performance artist told that was near the crime scene around the time of the murder, but she said she didn't notice anything. Maybe she's lying? And things have been rocky between the victim and his brother for a long time, but the professor seems too reasonable to commit murder. And for now, our teammate Emily is the most suspicious of the bunch. We'll keep a close eye. Such Katerina, Kiri, let's help with preparations at the wedding location. And I saw Eleonora sneaking around there. What? Why would she sneak? Eleonora, what are you doing? Alright, we gotta stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!